What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the ProtoART. So I'm excited to talk about this brand new bundle of cartoon eyes. That's a weird way to say it. I put out this brand new bundle of eyes. If you're unfamiliar, I come out with some really cool stuff. I put out a few different bundles of over 100 free brushes for Procreate to kind of get you started. You're more than welcome to donate, but they are for free. Tons of textures and cool ways to use them. And I'm excited to announce I made this really cool cartoon thing with the idea of Inktober in mind. If you're not familiar with what that is, every October of every year, there's a little thing called Inktober. It's artist-related challenge, basically. So there's a list of words that come out, and according to those words, you have to come up with your own interpretation of what that means to you. So maybe like vampires, it may be wind, it may be shocking, or whatever. You have to draw what that word means to you. And a lot of artists have their own variations of it. I'm following this other one that I think it's called Drawlloween by Mabes. I'll put a link to her stuff below. But for me, starting off with cartooning and just, character design, I always got stuck. Like, where do I begin? And the main thing that draws people in are like the eyes to a character, the story that it's telling. So I wanted to make this really cool brush set to kind of get you going, knock out the pressure of the first steps, so you can just dive right into what you're passionate about. So without further ado, I'll kind of just preview some of these eyes that come with these different sets. So honestly, some of my favorites, looking in Procreate right now, I have this little blank set right here. Let me just clear this stuff out. So there's a blank eye right here. So the way I would use these things are probably going to differ from some other people out there, but I kind of wanted to make something that's versatile enough where you can add your own stuff to it without getting too overwhelmed. So I have like this blank eye, and what can you do with that? Okay, you can add your pupils, change the direction of how the eye is looking. You can change the expression of what this blank slate is basically telling you by adding lids to it in various ways, adding your different eyebrows. Are they shocked? Are they angry? Are they happy? So you can kind of come up with some really cool ideas really easy based off of this little blank slate. I also have ones that aren't just blank, but very expressive on the opposite end of this thing. So let me clear this out. So with a quick little tap, because these are basically stamps, it's a different kind of eye. So it's a more realistic looking eye. You have happy eyes. You have kind of character eyes. You have this little panda eyes. That's what I call them, at least. Or you can always modify these things too. They don't necessarily need to be, what the stock image is. You can erase away parts of it. So maybe it's just a person who hasn't gotten sleep in a long time. You know what I mean? So it's really no limitation to how you want to use these things. I have like these little goofy eyes. I really love these. I've used these quite a bit in a lot of my drawings, honestly. You can add like little nose to it, the tongue sticking out. Just a really fun and quick way to come up with some really cool characters. Taking out the guesswork. Here we go. Let's keep going. So I had little spooky eyes. I've used a lot of these in my own Inktober themed stuff. Some aggravated eyes, some semi-realistic kind of cartoony looking eyes. Let's move into the pack number 2. So you have more kind of even more expressive eyes. You have the 3/4 view kind of eyeball where it's kind of looking down at an angle. You can add all kinds of crazy nose to it. You can make it like an animal. You can make it a person. And it's, again, you can modify these however you want. You can add like little lids to it, make it more of a sleepy looking eye. You can, add a little patch to it, make him like a little pirate. There's really no limitation to these things. That's why these are so fun. It's just, like like I said, starting off is always the challenging part for me when it came to creating characters. It's just like, it's like starting with a blank piece of paper. Where do I begin? And then you're not limited to just use this particular eye, you know, you can always like copy it, cut this out here, duplicate it over, flip it, and with that you just have a brand new kind of expression, a whole different character going on here. So now you went from like a curious looking one to one that's just looks like he's done with the day. You can kind of tell like how fast it is. You can kind of come up with different stuff with these things. It's kind of why I wanted to make it. It's just, it's so fun to use. I really love these like irritated looking eyes. They always make me crack up. Alright, so yeah, again, there's really no limitation to this, and then with the added 100 free brushes from me, like, you're well on your way to creating a lot of characters really easy. And again, you're not like stuck with what comes with this eyeball. You can always like erase stuff away from it. I encourage you to do that. Just be creative with it, you know. The last little pack here. I haven't released this one just yet because I'm still adding to it, but like more monster eyes. Oops. There we go. Adding different variations to things. And I kind of want to just show you a sneak peek of what's coming. So I'm still working on these other packs, but like little hair. Because honestly, like the ones I find just don't have variety. And honestly, I couldn't find stuff for like black people hair. So I'm trying to make my own pack. I was looking, I just couldn't find it. Cool little mohawk situation going on here. Little dreads, curly hair, big old swoopy hair, and you can, you know, mix match these with the eyes that come with these different packs and kind of come up with some really fun characters real quick. So I'll go back to 3/4 view. Just gonna flip this thing around, shrink it. Just the idea of like being able to come up with these characters so fast is just, it's wild to me, because a few years back, you know, I was just working in traditional art and it just took so long to come up with stuff. But anyway, so that's kind of what I'm doing so far. It's just taking a long time because there's so much variety to come up with these things. It just takes a long time to really make it look good, and I don't want to put out something that doesn't look good. So, gross little snotty nose. Yeah, there's a lot of stuff in the works here. Just kind of want to show you that I have been working diligently, making a lot of cool things, little crazy mouths. I think the mouths might be the next one I put out, honestly, because there's just so much variety and they can change a character so much by just little subtle things. Big old monster buck teeth. And I like adding variety to it, so I'll probably do a tutorial on how I make these like slightly shaded stamps too. It's just taking a long time to do these things. That's why it's like not coming out as frequent as I would like, but the quality is on point. So anyway, guys, I kind of wanted to show you what I'm working on and what's out there right now. So you can currently get the first 3 eye packs, this curated bundle of really cool custom eyes. And going back to this, I just love this one. Let me hide that. So these are available right now on Gumroad for $5. Like, that's really not a lot for what you're getting. So much variety you can create with it. With the added 100 free brushes from me, you're set. So anyway, guys, be sure to like, subscribe, and hit the bell so you don't miss out on a new video. Hopefully you enjoyed just kind of checking out what I'm working on. and I'm gonna try to make a character real fast just from one of these things. So here we go. Just real simple, easy to do, couch potato kind of character. I don't know what this is, honestly. But anyway, guys, hopefully you enjoyed. Again, be sure to like, subscribe, hit that bell, and check out these bundles. They're awesome.